Today's official party consists of the commander of the 916th Sustainment Brigade, Colonel Matthew H. Rudy, and Command Sergeant Major Donald J. Freeman. Would you please rise for the arrival of the official party and remain standing for the invocation offered by Chaplain Paul Maddie and for the playing of the national anthem.
Please join me in prayer. Eternal Father, we ask your presence among us this afternoon as we begin a time-honored tradition of celebrating the accomplishments of honorable servants who have dedicated their lives to our nation's call. May we express clearly our respect for them, their impressive leadership, and may they pause to take a breath and realize that they have indeed accomplished the mission. Lord, as they begin their transition, place your arms of protection around them, that they may joyfully begin the next chapter of life. Fill that chapter with continued success and happiness, and bless their families with a home they can finally call their own, and with an inner peace that comes from doing what is right and just. Finally, Lord, I ask your blessing upon our nation's leadership, upon all those who stand in harm's way throughout the world. Keep them and all members of our Fort Irwin family safe from harm. We ask this in your most precious name. Amen.
Please direct your attention to the video screen for a brief presentation.
I signed up 'cause Daddy's work truck couldn't pay my way through school. A chance to be like Paul, to give my all for the red, white, and blue. His Fort Bragg for 8 long weeks, mud and blood and aching feet, bonds with new brothers and shipped overseas. We get up each morning knowing this could be the end, but we still put our boots on and do it all again. We all love living free, and we keep on glory flying. Or die trying. Tours in the sun and sand can steal a man's soul. Taking fire from faceless enemies is getting old. You ain't seen a fight till you're fighting for your life, with your brothers side by side in core and gold. We get up each morning knowing this could be the end, but we still put our boots on and do it all again. pictures. Give anything to be on a plane and be back home there with her. We get up each morning knowing this could be the end, but we still put our boots on and do it all again. We all love living free, and we'll keep on glory flying, or die trying, or die trying.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your guest speaker, Colonel Matthew H. Rudy.
Major General Mrs. Martin, Command Sergeant Major and Mrs. Travers, distinguished guests, soldiers, civilians, families, and friends of the National Training Center and Fort Irwin community. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to join us today as we honor these great Americans on an outstanding career and a job well done. It's my distinct honor and privilege to stand before you today and say thank you to our retirees for their dedication to the United States Army, their impressive leadership throughout their military careers, and their commitment to our great nation. Collectively, they have devoted more than 148 years of service to this great country in the profession of arms. Equally noteworthy is the fact they have supported 134 rotations at NTC, and if you calculate the number of soldiers they have coached, trained, and mentored, let's just say they're leaving behind quite a legacy. Today's retirement ceremony is not only a representation of a significant milestone to these individuals, but also their families, friends, and fellow soldiers. The ceremony is a time to recognize the sacrifices they have made, to express our appreciation for their service, and to wish them farewell and success in their future endeavors. On January 20th, 1961, John F. Kennedy took the oath of office to become the nation's 35th president. Against a backdrop of deep snow and sunshine, more than 20,000 people huddled to witness the event. What many consider to be the most memorable and enduring section of the speech came towards the end, when President Kennedy called upon all Americans to commit themselves to service and sacrifice by saying, "And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." And I cannot think of a more fitting group of individuals that these words represent than our retirees today, who demonstrated the true meaning of selfless service and have contributed to and developed this great organization as we know it, the United States Army. These soldiers have given a significant portion of their lives to the protection of our country and values we hold dear. As leaders, they have cared for our soldiers as their own children, as they once cared for and developed mentors before them. They've been woken in the middle of the night to provide care. They have felt pride and success in the growth of their juniors and conduct stern counseling in order to teach our soldiers the most significant attributes of discipline and accountability. Their dedication has no doubt required sacrifice, and they have made the nation and the Army proud. These soldiers have fought in the sands of Kuwait and Iraq and in the mountains of Afghanistan. They've stepped up to the challenges of their jobs and assumed a variety of key and progressive leadership roles. Some of their memorable achievements include being a platoon sergeant in the 101st, a combat tour with the 1st Cavalry Division, serving in Korea, and being a coach, trainer, and mentor here at the National Training Center. All of you have been brave, responsible, and on point for the nation. Never backing away from a challenge, training yourself and your units to be ready to face any contingency our nation faced, and caring for others, desiring to make a positive difference while instilling service in something larger than yourselves. It is without question that the most influential group responsible for each of these honored guests' successes is their families. The family has been the sounding board, advisor, counselor, and backbone through many difficult assignments, PCS moves, and deployments. You too have answered the call to service for our country, and I personally want to thank you for your sacrifice and service. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a round of applause for our military families. Retirees, Command Sergeant Major Freeman and I wish you the very best in your future endeavors, wherever they may take you. As this chapter in your life journey ends, the next one's only beginning. As you're about to embark on this next phase, we hope it brings you many rewards, positive challenges, and great success. Some of you will return to government service, some of you will continue your education, and others will spend well-deserved time with family and friends. Be sure to take this time to enjoy life and everything it brings. Again, thank you for allowing me to share this momentous occasion with you. We are very proud of each and every one of you. Our sincere best wishes to you and your families on this well-deserved occasion. Army strong, train the force.
In addition to the respective awards, each retiree will receive a certificate of retirement and a lapel button from the Armed Forces of the United States of America for having served faithfully and honorably in the United States Army. A certificate of appreciation from the President of the United States for service in the Armed Forces, a United States flag, a letter of appreciation from Congress, the Secretary of the Army, and the Commanding General of the National Training Center for service in the Armed Forces of the United States. Will Lieutenant Colonel John Buckwalter step forward? Lieutenant Colonel Buckwalter is accompanied by his wife, Janet, his son, Major Hans Buckwalter, U.S. Air Force, with his wife, Annalisa, and their children, Marin and Ari. Lieutenant Colonel Buckwalter's son, Sergeant Eric Buckwalter, an Arizona Highway Patrol officer, with his wife, Kelly, and their daughter, Hannah. Lieutenant Colonel Buckwalter is also joined by two family friends. CW3 George Barron, U.S. Army retired, who is a Korean War and Vietnam veteran. Lieutenant Colonel Buckwalter is being awarded the Meritorious Service Medal for exceptionally meritorious service during his distinguished 28-year career, culminating as the OIC of the Dr. Mary E. Walker Clinic. Lieutenant Colonel Buckwalter has served in Macedonia and Kuwait. Lieutenant Colonel Buckwalter plans on moving to Arizona, where he will work for Jesus Christ in healthcare, orphan ministry, church, and community outreach. Mrs. Buckwalter is being presented a Department of the Army Certificate of Appreciation for her dedication and her unfailing support and understanding that helped to make possible her husband's lasting contribution to the nation. Will CW3 Tommy McMore step forward? CW3 McMore is being awarded the Meritorious Service Medal for exceptionally meritorious service during his distinguished 23-year career, culminating as the Battalion Maintenance Technician for the 1916 Support Battalion. CW3 McMore has served in Saudi Arabia, Iraq, and Afghanistan. CW3 McMore plans on returning to Colorado and continuing his education while searching for employment at surrounding military bases and dedicating time to his family. Will Master Sergeant Michael Crescitelli step forward? Master Sergeant Crescitelli is accompanied by his fiancée, Elaine, daughters Anna and Michaela, mother Barbara, and Sergeant First Class Retired Crescitelli, U.S. Army retired Vietnam veteran. Master Sergeant Crescitelli is being awarded the Meritorious Service Medal for exceptionally meritorious service during his distinguished 26-year career, culminating as an operations NCO in the 349 Combat Support Hospital. Master Sergeant Crescitelli has served in Kuwait, Bosnia, Kosovo, Iraq, and Afghanistan. Master Sergeant Crescitelli is currently pursuing a business degree and auto technician certification in order to start a nonprofit group that will give veterans in the community a chance to teach distressed families or parents basic skills in order to improve their quality of life, while giving veterans an opportunity to share skills and knowledge gained through serving. Will Master Sergeant Cliff Robinson step forward? Master Sergeant Robinson is being awarded the Legion of Merit for exceptionally meritorious service during his distinguished 26-year career, culminating as the Senior Maintenance NCO Trainer for the Gold Miner Team and Operations Group. Master Sergeant Robinson has served in Kuwait and Iraq. Master Sergeant Robinson plans on moving to Harker Heights, Texas, where he will seek a general schedule job with the government and teach his grandkids how to fish. Will Sergeant First Class Daddy Armin step forward? Sergeant First Class Armin is accompanied by his wife, Christina, his daughter, Marissa, his son, Jaden, and father-in-law, Luis. Sergeant First Class Armin is being awarded the Meritorious Service Medal for exceptionally meritorious service during his distinguished 20-year career, culminating as an Assault Lift Aviation Trainer NCO assigned to the Eagle Team and Operations Group. Sergeant First Class Armin has served in Egypt and Iraq. Sergeant First Class Armin plans to move to Savannah, Georgia, where he will pursue a bachelor's degree in business marketing. Mrs. Armin is being presented a Department of the Army Certificate of Appreciation for her dedication and her unfailing support and understanding that helped to make possible her husband's lasting contribution to the nation. Will Staff Sergeant Marvin McClure step forward? Staff Sergeant McClure is accompanied by his wife Jennifer, his two sons Owen and Joshua, and his mother Linda. Staff Sergeant McClure is being awarded the Meritorious Service Medal for exceptionally meritorious service during his distinguished 20-year career, culminating as a squad leader in the 2nd Heavy Equipment Transportation Company in 916 Support Brigade. Staff Sergeant McClure has served in Iraq. Staff Sergeant McClure plans on staying in Southern California after retirement. He will get a contracting job on Fort Irwin and continue to pursue a degree in business management. Mrs. McClure is being presented a Department of the Army Certificate of Appreciation for her dedication and her unfailing support and understanding that helped to make possible her husband's lasting contribution to the nation. Please stand for the retired medley, singing of the Army song, and remain standing for the departure of the official party. Ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to come forward and join the NTC command team in wishing a farewell to each of our retirees. This concludes today's ceremony. Thank you for your attendance.